Hi. I suppose normally when I journal, it's like, I'm sad and I don't understand and I don't know. Um, but right now it's just because I have time before I have to do anything. So I have been getting requests for jobs that are like not a lot of money, but a lot of work. Like I get paid more for doing less. And these are like time consuming, even on the front end, like a lot of talking first, which I've engineered my life to do as little talking as possible. I don't know if that's clear or not, but like for instance, this guy that was just texting me for like he's like, "Do you tune 2008 BMW 328i?" It's like nobody does that, dude, but yes, I do. And I gave him a price that's too high for the car. It's an old car, probably worth a few $1,000. So like my price is $1,000. It'll take me 2 hours to do it. It's longer. It's a longer process than I would like, frankly. And he went for it. And I was like, okay. And then now he's just like, just asking, where are you and stuff like that. He's not ready for a week. And this morning I got off the phone with a guy. He's like, in a couple months. It's like, fuck, like, call me then. Why are we talking about it now? It's like, let me know when you're ready. Cool. I'll be here. And then yesterday, this guy, hey, I have an Alfa Romeo 4C. He already bought a tune from somebody and he wasn't impressed. I was like, I had one of those. Cool car. I said, first thing I said, I used to have one. He's like, I know, we talked before outside of this place. I was like, oh, okay. Question, question, question. How come you're not making as much as these people? I'm like, I can't change physics for you. I cannot change physics. It's a 1.7 liter motor. It, it's a miracle that you get 50 horsepower out of it. It's a miracle on 91 octane. You should be sucking my dick. That's what I should have told him. So you should suck my dick and make statues of me. Shut your fucking mouth. Why doesn't it make this? It's because it's not possible. They're lying to you, dumbass. Go buy it. I told him, go buy whatever. Go buy every tune on the market and then try mine. And at the end, he's like, how about can I drive your car and see if I like it and then go? It's like, yeah, do you have a time machine, dickhead? I said I used to have one. The fuck is wrong with you? And then his questions like we're going into the evening. It's like 7:30. I'm still answering stupid questions from a stupid fucking guy. It's like I don't need your money, dude. I know this as soon as I agree to it. Now this fucking asshole has my cell phone number. He's gonna, hey, I ran out of gas. Do you think it's the tune? My tire's flat. Do you think it's the tune? Go fuck yourself. I'm being funny, but these are the types of I don't want this guy in my life. I don't need his money. Thank God. But at the same time, the thing that I'm trying to manifest now is a new level of money, which I haven't been doing stuff like that. I haven't been motivated to make money, frankly, because my peace is more important to me. But I've been pretty peaceful for a long time, and I want to, let's just see if we can do it. All of us in here. Um, so I want to hit a certain amount. As my manifestation journal is, I make blank a month. I make blank a month. I write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times evening, 9 times before bed. The problem is when I started doing that, all of a sudden I spent a lot of time outside of the house and not sleeping at home. So I have missed some. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to write that down. It might take me some time to make it, but also like if manifestation is real and this white mark on my nail means anything, it'll come faster than you think. That's how manifestation works. It's mine. I can just make like a sheikh can call me tomorrow and be like, I need you to tune Habibi, tune all of my. I have 800 G wagons. I'm on my way. On my way, sir. I don't have to do anal, right? They say that the price for a ticket to Dubai is anal, or they fuck you in a cage or something. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not an Instagram model. I'm just glad I'm not on Instagram. You know, yesterday I was on WhatsApp video with someone, and I was joking. I was like, "Show me your boobs." And then when she was going to do it, I said, "Don't do it. These things are recorded." And I swear to God, a like bubble popped out of her tit and went like this. And I didn't know WhatsApp can do that. The problem with that is I didn't press anything on my side, and she didn't press anything on her side. Whose fucking like bubble was that? And how do you do that? I checked in the settings. I can't do it. I wish I took a screenshot. Did I fucking imagine it? Or is fucking Zuckerberg staring at everybody's tits? I don't have an explanation for that. I don't have a beginning. Other than, like, I know everything's recorded. Everything that's ever been said has always recorded. I have no doubt they don't delete shit. Um, but someone live streaming would be very strange. Watching a live stream, it's like, how fucking bored are you? I'm not doing anything cool. I don't know. It's worth mentioning, you know? Show me your boobs. Don't. I said don't because they record these things and then fucking like a thought bubble and a thumbs up. The fuck? So let's talk about money again. Um, uh, I feel like as your needs increase, the universe matches it. I think money is infinite, as it's just energy, and I think that the way society is built, like where you have a job and you show up in this hourly and blah blah blah, it's the only way you can. We're forced into this perspective where we think we can only make this much money at this time. But there's like this weird looking giant bald dude named Ernie Locker or some Ernie or Elmer. I don't fucking know. He talks about Neville Goddard and his grandfather used Neville Goddard's manifestation techniques, and that's where I learned the 369 method. That's where I learned how to count money before I go to sleep to manifest it in the morning or in the next 2 weeks, whatever. Um, and you know, one thing, let's see if it works. Why not? And then another thing is when I have more than I need, um, obviously you're in a better mood, but you are more generous as well. So there are things that I want to do in this world that I suppose I don't allow myself to do as much of. I still do, but yeah, not as much of. And then I think like the good deeds I do help me get financial rewards or material rewards or whatever it is that I'm after. It was a weird period of time where I didn't want anything, so I didn't get anything. So then you feel like, you know, I'm the best person I know. Why is the universe not taking care of me? It's like I don't. It's me not doing it. Not God punishing me. It's me just being stagnant. So it's hard to go from shunning the material world to then coming back into it and be like, okay, well, I want stuff. So I bid on that car, and this baby blue Porsche Speedster, and the guy was like, the car hasn't been on the highway in 5 years. You should make other arrangements rather than drive it back. And I was like, is there something you're not telling me? When were fluids last changed? I realize these are questions that it's an auction, so like you're buying it as is, and it's a kit car. I imagine there's going to be idiosyncrasies. And I get from Vista, California to San Clemente, and all of a sudden, putts, pull off the freeway. I've got the love of my life with me, slash someone who means nothing to me. She's totally expendable. Um, and I was thinking, if something happened, I've had wheels come off cars and stuff like that. I'm the right person for it to happen to. But if I if I paid the money that I paid, it was good money. Car shouldn't have needed anything. And then also for this dude to like let me leave and take someone with me. Um, the car is like fourth and fifth gear don't exist. It's like it won't go in. I know how to drive, so like need the trans, and it turns out there's some other mechanical issues, and um, yes, it's I got to tow it to a shop today, to my friend's shop to basically I spent all day yesterday in the heat pulling it pulling it apart and looking at sensors and checking voltage and unplug this, try that. And then finally I go to the front fuel tank and pull the fuel pump out and it's not connected to anything. Then when I connect it to something, the car's worse, doesn't start at all. What the fuck? It's the only place it can connect to, and it looks like there's a hole here, there's a hole here. I connected it, and then the car doesn't start. In fact, it started shooting fuel out of somewhere it shouldn't shoot. I was like, what the fuck is this Bluetooth fuel delivery? How the fuck was this car running? So basically, it needs a new fuel system. I'm gonna have like just a new. Let's do the whole thing again. Put a new pump assembly. Drop that shit in. It turned out, I look at the receipt for the work, and it was done by a guy I know, who's a scammer, and he's not a good mechanic. He's like he had to change his number. He had a famous car blog YouTuber series make a video about him being a scammer. That's the last guy who worked on the car. So, of course, I buy this car. I'm expecting to just like I have a new toy. I can drive it to and from work or cruise PCH after work or whatever the fuck. And now I gotta dump some money, which is it's a risk I knew I was taking. But you know, this old guy that sold it definitely knew that there was a problem, and the person that was with me was like to pick up the car. She was trying to cheer me up the whole time. I was like, "You don't have to cheer me up. I'm fine. I'm not upset." And she's mad at the seller. Like, tell him we lost the baby. Tell him my girlfriend lost the baby because of. It's like, dude, it's fine. It's just funny, and I honestly, I'm not. It's not a matter of belief. I know if he did this willingly, the universe will take care of him. Not that that's what I want, but I know it balances itself out. Something will happen on his end where he thinks he saved the money or he got extra money, and then something will happen where he'll lose that. It'll balance out, and I'm sure it'll be equal to the amount that I have to put into this car. That's just how it works. I've experienced it before with a BMW. Same thing happened to me. Sold my Alfa Romeo without fixing something. Person who bought it ended up losing about $5,000 on it, and it cost me $5,000 to fix the BMW. So these I've witnessed it. It happens. So I don't want revenge, and frankly, they're old people. They probably need the money, and it's okay. We'll consider it charity. So I'm not upset. And this type of thing would have made maybe not even a year ago. Maybe I think yeah, a year ago. A year ago, I experienced something right when I met this person actually, where I did a job for somebody, they didn't pay me, and I got upset, and I wanted revenge and to inflict pain and stuff like this, and that's when I realized I'm like, oh, I'm doing something bad. If he did something bad, God will take care of it. Now I'm doing something bad, and I know that God will, God does, or I do to myself, punish me. So either this is karma for something I've done, in which I'm happy to take because it's me, or if it's not karma that I've deserved, then I'll be compensated. That's frankly how I see it. So, I didn't need the car. It was a cool thing. I've always wanted one, and it's the right color and it's the right specs. And I think once I send it to my friend to get fixed up, I'll never have to worry about it again. And I'm glad, like someone that I know go through it and redo the things that are questionable because of the fuel pump assembly. Like from the beginning, this car was built kind of, it's a kit car. How well do you like every piece of wire is just plugged in. There's nothing welded. There's nothing soldered. So I think in my exploration in the ad for the car, it said the AC doesn't work, and there's fuses and stuff under the dash. And I crawled under there, and I was like, "This thing's unplugged." I plugged it back in. I was like, "I wonder if that was what the AC just had this one wire unplugged." So maybe I'll know when the fucking car runs. But it also has this, it's a Subaru, I don't know, EJ25 or I don't know what the fuck motor. It's like from a 2003 Subaru Legacy. I could buy a new motor for $800. Like worst case scenario, I'm not worried about it, but it is annoying. It is annoying. But what I'm seeing is that there's a version of me that hasn't existed yet, which now I know how everything works. I've experienced it enough to now I can't get mad in the moments. Like we were waiting for a tow truck for a couple hours, so I was like, let's just walk to a sushi place or to food, which just happened to be a sushi place. And my companion is saying it's a beautiful car and I love it and it looks so cute and I'm so happy you have it. Just trying to cheer me up. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Everything's fine. Like I'm just thinking, what's the problem? How can I fix it? And once I pulled the fuel pump out, it's like, holy fuck, how did this thing ever run? Like the fuel level sensor was off. I smelled like gasoline all day yesterday. I washed my hands so many times, I still smell it. When I was eating food, I was like, I should take some like charcoal caps or something because definitely consumed chemicals known to the state of California to cause chaos. So last night, like still feeling like it's like in my pores. I took a bath, sat there for a while, Epsom salt, get the day off me, and yeah, I'm not like it's gonna cost money, but it's money's infinite. If I think I'll never get this money back, obviously it would hurt. Um, and I deliberately put myself in a financial situation that makes me feel like I need to make money. So now, like the annoying customers and stuff, I'm like, okay, how can I make this work rather than push it off, which I would normally push it off because you never know what that guy leads to. Could also lead to a problem, and I'm going to just have to manage expectations. Like I've been around the block long enough. Like, look, you have a lot of questions. I'm a busy man, and I get fucking annoyed with stupid questions. Ask your questions. If you still have more questions, I'm going to refer you to somebody else, buy someone else's tune because it seems like we're not a good fit. Because it's like getting a tailored suit or something like this, or going to a barber. How many times are you gonna complain to your barber that you don't like the cut? Just go get a different fucking barber. Can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? It's like, I could, but it seems like we don't speak the same language, sir. And when you get so obsessed with making money that you make the mistake of doing business with someone like this, you cause more harm than good, in my experience. Um, so I do want to make, like I said at the beginning of the year, I want to double my income. I'm doing well. It might be the best year I've ever had if it continues, but it's not where I want to be. And what's interesting is it's a down economy, and technology wise, we're behind. So there's new tech that's supposed to come out, and if and when that comes out, it should, I mean, in theory, it should be dramatic. I guess I've been expecting it for a long time, and it's not. I don't have to be the first to market. Whatever the market will just eventually catch up, anyways. But I think it will unlock a lot of potential. Um, no pun intended. Pun was intended. Um, but I'm like ready and willing and able. Um, the last time I hit like a streak where I was like doing really well, and it seemed like I could do no wrong. I started treating money in an unhealthy way, like a toy basically, and gambled. Not like in Vegas, but gambled on like um, stock market, going like investments. And then that's when I never played with that stuff. I never paid attention, and that's when I realized that it's 100% manipulated. That market is manipulated. They like look for people that are making the risky bets, and then they'll specifically fuck that person. Like it's all automated. It's not, you know, it's gambler logic. Once you think it's gonna break through here, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So there's some asshole behind a computer screen waiting for you to do exactly what you're doing, and then they fuck you because they have bigger pockets. Same concept in Vegas. Um, those shuffling machines can say bring an ace to the top or bring an ace to the top. We just don't turn that on. I'm sure. Okay, I see when I play Pai Gow, fucking royal flush versus 10 high fucking Pai Gow. Suck my dick. You play it for 100 years and never get that. All the time it happens. They just have to like lose a certain percentage, but they know how many chips you have on the table. It's all fucking rigged. Everything is rigged against you. But what's not rigged against you is your own effort. So I don't believe in investment. I don't believe in it. Um, I believe in me. So what can the things that I can do to improve my quality of life, my business, my everything is like take things as they come. Like not every day is going to be great. I would argue that even though the car broke down, um, it was still like a fun experience driving it. It's like driving a motorcycle. You see everything. The top's down. I've never had a convertible before. I'm not into fucking dudes, but like had the most beautiful girl in the world sitting next to me, and like it was. I was like, let's exit the freeway and take PCH up. And when I said that is when the car broke down. It was that moment. I was like thinking of exiting. I was like, should I exit here or the next one? And then I felt the hesitation. I was like, we're exiting. It's like once I felt, I was like, that wasn't me. Something's up. If I stayed on the freeway, it would have been fucked. Um, Stuck on the side of the freeway is much worse than being stuck on the side of the road, especially in that thing. It's a it's a bathtub with wheels. So like, I could still say that I'm protected. I could see. I could. Everything happens for a reason. I see. Is like, wait, I I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to tell this old frail man and his wife that my girlfriend lost her baby, because no part of that sentence is true. And everyone will be fine. You know, uh, and the car will be better than it's ever been, better than it could be. I was thinking maybe I should put a turbocharged motor in it and just go all out, but it's honestly super sketchy. It shouldn't have power. A car like that, it has tiny bicycle tires and stuff, and the steering wheel is like, I've never had to. It feels like I'm one of those old timey boxers. It's like this isn't how it's done anymore. It's not a safe car, so you don't want power. I want the brakes to be improved, so I'll go through the whole thing. Someone I trust and someone that knows what they're doing. So it feels like the brakes are too spongy. It feels like drum brakes when I know they're discs. So something can be done there. But yeah, not freaking out, not upset. Everything happens for a reason, and we'll see what comes from this. And my friend, um, like when I picked up the car, I went to my friend's shop to show him, and then his employee was about to leave, and that guy's the Subaru expert. So that's the guy who's going to be working on it. It's like there's no, like, that's what I needed. They like built Subaru motors. Um, at any rate, like I basically bought a shell, and I'm going to build the car. Um, the receipts I'll have from this should help improve the value as well if I go to resell it. Um, and yeah, I don't, at least for like I'm going to move to a house that's closer to the beach, so I should have this. It's what I wanted, and I'll make the money back in a month, and or less, and everything will be fine. So not freaking out about little things. So in that sense, I wondered, like, is this a test to see, if I've learned my lessons? Um, and of course, time will tell. But I wondered, I was thinking yesterday, like, am I doing something wrong spiritually? Am I fucking up? Like, is work slow right now? Am I blocking my blessings? You know, trying to self evaluate. And my knee jerk reaction is to push that thought off because, like, no, everything feels great. And with the car, I more or less expected this to happen. Um, and frankly, like, if something wasn't wrong, I would have just left it as is. So something being wrong is going to make me go through it and make sure that it's bulletproof. I'm going to change everything, which normally I wouldn't. So if I'm going to be, uh, I've got a funny text. Driving it and driving people I care about in it, it should be mechanically perfect. So I'll put the money into it. It's a good thing that this happened. And I can't wait. It's a car with a lot of personality. It's, everyone that came by, there's like $500,000 cars sitting next to it, and people are like, wow, this is cool. When I was getting on the tow truck, some drunk guys in a truck were like, is this your car? It's a bitchin' car. Did she buy it for you? I was like, yeah. And she was like, let's get away from these people. I'm scared. She only held my hand when she saw homeless people. It's like, is this the only time I'm worthy of love? Is when I have to save your life? Uh, or just get in between you and the problem? Rabbit dog, run, honey. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Um, what else can I tell you? know. I don't know. I am pretty sure I have to start getting to work, so I will do that and tow the car. And the next time I see it, it's going to be perfect. I bought my little white wall tires to install. I'll probably have them redo the wheels. One of the wheels is like a little banged up. This car's going to be perfect. I had the touch up paint lady get rid of the paint chips yesterday. This thing's going to be perfect. I'll take it to Cars and Coffee. I'm just going to be this guy. I want leather gloves, leather driving gloves. It'll also help make the steering wheel feel thicker because it's like I have big hands, so I'm like wrapped around it too much. I don't like that. Doesn't feel like I can control it that well. It's like you're driving a boat, or what do they call that? A dinghy? A Duffy? I don't fucking know. I'm not a boat person. I'm not a water person. So I'm like a fucking Frenchie. I'll just sink. Um, Another thing, I have my friend who moved to Spain. Her aunt died, and she said she's having a bad couple of weeks. She showed me a video of um, her trying to get into her house or apartment, and the she had something delivered that looked like another door, and I guess it fell and then was blocking the door, so she couldn't get into her house. So something's up with her. She moved to Spain, had a cushy job, remote, was working twice a week, and was very comfortable. Because Spain, they don't make a lot of money. And then the company that she is working for are cutting her down to 1 hour a week by January. So she's panicking. And now everything in her life is falling apart. And I think what that sign is that she's not supposed to be there. Like she is supposed to come back or do something else, which I haven't told her yet, but I'm about to. No matter where you go, there you are. But I think that she was too comfortable for too long. And if you're not growing, you're dying. And this is like the universe really will shake things up so you can't stay where you're at. So there is that. Um, I talked to a friend of mine at the gym, and he was talking about how he went to Verona for a wedding, and he said that like he takes care of his parents, and then this random lady just started telling him like when my parents got old, like my siblings said, not our fault or problem, you deal with it. And then I guess she was saying that she did so much for her parents, and she's saying don't make my mistake. And he was saying it's crazy that this random person is saying like exactly what I need to hear. Like she didn't know who I was or my backstory or whatever, and he's talking about like don't make my mistake, like take care of your parents, but at a certain point it's up to them. Like you can only do so much. So it's funny how and as he was talking, like the one of my other friends, Mariam, was there, and she's like, "That's the universe telling you. It's a message." It's like fucking so cool that other people see that. So cool that other people see that. So I try to pay attention to the messages, and I'm always like, "Oh, am I fucking up? I slept, I slept all right last night. Um, yeah, my sleep was okay, but I experienced a better way to sleep recently. I won't, I won't be more specific, but I prefer to sleep that way. I'll let you read into that. I have two marks on my. I think within the next month something's gonna happen money wise. I'm calling it. unexpected money. Um, okay. Also, I think the amount that I spent on the car, I have that much in outstanding invoices that need to be paid. So essentially, I won't feel it. I'm hoping. I think. So I mean, yeah, at least easily. I have that much money coming back to me, so why not have the same amount of money and have a new toy? You're only here for so long. Why am I not enjoying it maximum? I was thinking that because of space or whatever, I need to get rid of my SUV, and then I'm thinking like this thing's fucking bulletproof. It's the only thing I can count on. The Ferrari has always had a error on it, and as soon as I fix it, something else comes up. I think it just wants to be that way, so we're gonna let it be that way. The BMW needs a fuel pump because I made it too fast. It had a flat tire yesterday, and it's like another thing. It's like, totally fine. It happens. I still had a great day yesterday, I think. A little in my head, like distracted. So people that were in my presence, I wasn't giving them proper time and energy. I was talking when I first got to the office yesterday. I was talking to my friend Eric, who does all the fabrication of the exhaust. He's my, I think he's my best reseller. Um, he's very vocal supporter of mine. So he's a business partner. I consider it. And he was talking about how he doesn't need a $500,000 car. He wants like 10 to 15 cool, unique cars modified the way he wants. I'm like, fucking yes, same dude. He was saying when he showed up and he saw my car, he was like, "That's cool." Yeah, man, I'm glad you get it. I've never hung out with him outside of work, but he's probably yeah. I mean, I'm sure we've made a huge impact on each other. I should do something for him. I don't know why I never thought of that. Like when I met his wife, she's like, "Oh, you're Matt from HD. I hear your name a lot." Yeah, I gotta do something nice for him. You know who's good at spending money? My not girlfriend. So I'll ask her what to do. Fuck, like if you want to wait, if you have too much money, fucking ask her. She'll know what to do with it. Unreal, this shit. Do you want pajamas for $6,000? No. I sleep in my underwear. It's fine. Fucking who comes up with this shit? Um. Anyways, all right, work time. So today was what, September 5th, and the day's just starting. So if anything important happens, synchronicity wise, or what's not, I'll let you know about it. Let me go tow my car and start building it out, making it my own. Can you think of a good name? Homegirl wants to call it Kent or Murphy. I don't fucking Kent because we picked it up on Kent Street, but it used to be a '50s name. I was like, call him George, but it's like this beautiful sky blue pastel color. I think fits. And I think it should be a masculine name, even though it's not a man. It's not really a, it's not like a strong car. But I don't know. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Anyways, I'll see you fucking whenever. I don't care.